Dr. M. P. Jayaraman is an assistant professor in mathematics in L. N. Government College, Poneri. He has specialized on geometric function theory. With 14 years of teaching experience, he has handled topics on probability and queuing theory, discrete mathematics, random process, and engineering mathematics. Being a recognized supervisor for guiding PhD and MS students of Anna University, he is the reviewer of the journal Computer Mathematics and Applications. He has also written books on discrete mathematics and has also published papers in 28 international publications, in 4 national publications, and has presented papers in 2 international and in 2 national conferences.
Welcome you all for UGC lecture series in mathematics. In this session, we are going to solve a nonlinear programming problem with inequality constraints by making use of Hundaker conditions. First, we will consider the Hundaker condition for a NLPP involving single constraints. For a nonlinear programming problem is represented by maximum z equal to Cx such that g of x less than or equal to C, x greater than or equal to 0. So, this nonlinear programming problem involving a single constraints. The necessary condition to solve this nonlinear programming problem is called Hundaker condition. The Hundaker condition for single constraint is, the first condition is Fj minus lambda Hj equal to 0. That means, dou f by dou x 1 minus lambda into dou h by dou x 1 equal to 0. The next one, j varies from, suppose the given NLPP involving 2 variable means the corresponding constraint is dou f by dou x 2 minus lambda into dou h by dou x 2 equal to 0. The second Hundaker condition is lambda h equal to 0. Lambda is the Lagrangian multiplier. Our h is nothing but g of x minus c, which is nothing but our h. So, the second Hundaker condition is lambda h equal to 0. The third Hundaker condition corresponds to this NLPP is the h constraint less than or equal to 0, and the fourth condition is lambda greater than or equal to 0. So, for a nonlinear programming problem involving a single constraint, this condition is called necessary condition. The next Hundaker condition is, the Hundaker condition corresponds to a nonlinear programming problem which involves more than one inequality constraints. For a nonlinear programming problem involving more than one inequality constraint, the corresponding Hundaker condition is Fj minus summation I equal to 1 to m lambda I h power I j. Suppose our nonlinear problem involving 2 variables x1 and x2 involving 2 constraint means the corresponding Hundaker condition is dou f by dou x1 minus lambda 1 into dou h by dou x1 minus lambda 2 into dou h. Suppose first constraint is h1, second constraint is h2, dou h2 by dou x1. This is the first Hundaker condition for a nonlinear programming problem involving 2 variables and 2 inequality constraints. The second constraint is lambda I into h power I equal to 0. For NLPP involving 2 variables and 2 constraints, this condition becomes lambda 1 into h1 of x equal to 0 and lambda 2 into h2 of x equal to 0. And the third constraint, h power I less than or equal to 0 becomes h1 of x less than or equal to 0 and h2 of x less than or equal to 0. And fourth condition is lambda I greater than 0. For a nonlinear programming problem involving 2 constraints, the corresponding fourth condition is lambda 1 and lambda 2 both greater than or equal to 0. So, with this help of this necessary condition, now we try to solve a problem of NLPP involving a single constraints. Next, we solve a NLPP involving more than one constraints. Now, consider the problem. Use Hundaker conditions and solve the following nonlinear programming problem. Maximize z equal to 2x1 squared plus 12x1 x2 minus 7x2 squared, subject to the constraints 2x1 plus 5x2 less than or equal to 98, x1 x2 greater than or equal to 0. So, the given nonlinear programming problem is of maximum objective functions which involve two decision variable x1 and x2 and a single inequality constraints, namely 2x1 plus 5x2 less than or equal to 98. Now, with the help of the Hundaker condition, we try to solve this problem. So, for the given problem, f of x is 2x1 squared plus 12x1 x2 minus 7x2 squared, and h of x is g of x1 x2 minus c, which is nothing but 2x1 plus 5x2 minus 98. Now, for this problem, the first Hundaker condition is dou f by dou x1 minus lambda into dou h by dou x1 equal to 0. Now, this condition gives us the partial derivative of this function with respect to x1 is 4x1 plus 12x2 minus 2 lambda equal to 0. The second Hundaker condition dou f by dou x2 minus lambda into dou h by dou x2 equal to 0 gives us 12x1 minus 14x2 minus 5 lambda equal to 0. We name it as equation 2 and this is equation 1. Now, the next Hundaker condition is lambda h equal to 0, which gives us lambda into our h is 2x1 plus 5x2 minus 98 equal to 0. So, we name it as equation 3. Now, our fourth equation is h less than or equal to 0. Our next Hundaker condition is h less than or equal to 0. For our problem, h less than or equal to 0 gives us 2x1 plus 5x2 minus 98 less than or equal to 0. We name it as equation 4. The fourth Hundaker condition is lambda greater than or equal to 0. Lambda is a Lagrangian multiplier. Now, from equation 3, this is our equation 3. From equation 3, we have either lambda equal to 0 or this equation 2x1 plus 5x2 minus 98 equal to 0. We consider the case lambda equal to 0. Suppose lambda equal to 0, then make use of lambda equal to 0 in equation 1 and 2. We have 4x1 plus 12x2 equal to 0 and equation 2 becomes 12x1 minus 14x2 equal to 0. So, by taking lambda equal to 0, equation 1 gives this equation and equation 2 gives this equation. Now, by solving this equation, we will get our x1 value is 0 and x2 value is also 0. Therefore, the solution for the case lambda equal to 0 is x1 value is 0 and x2 value is 0. With this value of x1 and x2, the equation 4 satisfied. If we put x1 0 and x2 0, this equation becomes minus 98 less than 0. Therefore, this is the one of the possible solution of the given nonlinear programming problem. Next, we will consider the other case. From equation 3, we have either lambda equal to 0 or this equation is 0. For the case of lambda equal to 0, we obtain the solution as x1 is 0, x2 is 0. Now, take the other case. Suppose the equation 2x1 plus 5x2 minus 98 equal to 0. Now, consider the case 2x1 plus 5x2 minus 98 equal to 0. So, our case 2 is the equation 2x1 plus 5x2 minus 98 equal to 0. Now, for this case, we just make use of the equation 1 and 2. Now, equation 1 is 2 lambda equal to 4x1 plus 12x2 and equation 2 is 5 lambda equal to 12x1 minus 14x2. Now, from equation 1 and 2, we have 10 lambda equal to, now multiplying this equation by 5, we will get 10 lambda. The 10 lambda equal to 20x1 plus 60x2. Now, by making use of equation 2, we will get the value of 10 lambda value by multiplying this equation by 2. So, by multiplying equation 2, we have 10 lambda equal to something. Therefore, 10 lambda equal to 24x1 minus 28x2. So, with the help of equation 1 and 2, we have this equation 10 lambda equal to 2x1 plus 60x2 equal to 24x1 minus 28x2. Now, we try to simplify this equation by taking this 28x2 to this side, it will become plus 28x2. So, it will become 88x2 equal to, by taking this 20x1 to this side, it will become 4x1. So, by making use of equation 1 and 2, we have 88x2 equal to 4x1. Now, in this equation, we will make use of this equation. This equation says that 2x1 plus 5x2 minus 98 equal to 0. Now, by simplifying this equation further, we have 2x1 equal to 44x2. Now, in this equation, we make use of this one. From this equation, 2x1 equal to nothing but 98 minus 5x2. So, instead of 2x1, I will substitute 98 minus 5x2 equal to 44x2. So, from this we have 49x2 equal to 98. From this we have our x2 value equal to 2. Now, with this x2, by substituting x2 value here, we can get the value of x1. So, our x1 is 2x1 equal to 98 minus 5x2. So, our x2 is 2, therefore, 98 minus 5 into 2, 10, which is 88. Therefore, x1 equal to 88 by 2, 44. Therefore, the solution for this problem for the case 2x1 plus 5x2 minus 98 equal to 0 is x1 value 44 and x2 value is 2. Now, we can easily verify that with this value of x1, x2, all the equations are satisfied. Equation 4 satisfied, equation 3 satisfied and 1 and 2 satisfied. Therefore, as far as this problem concerned, we have two possible solutions. The first solution is x1 equal to 0 and x2 equal to 0, which satisfy all the condition of Undaker condition. And the second possible solution is x1 equal to 2 and x2 equal to 44. Now, since the given objective function is maximum, we will get the maximum z value for this x1 and x2. Out of these two possible solution, we are getting the maximum objective function for the value of x1 equal to 2 and x2 equal to 44. Therefore, the optimum solution for the given nonlinear programming problem is x1 equal to 2, x2 equal to 44 and the corresponding maximum z equal to 4900. The next problem is NLPP involving more than one constraint, exactly two constraints. The problem is maximize z equal to minus x1 squared minus x2 squared minus x3 squared plus 4x1 plus 6x2 subject to the constraints x1 plus x2 less than or equal to 2 and 2x1 plus 3x2 less than or equal to 12, x1 and x2 both are non-negative. So, this is the nonlinear programming problem which involves three decision variables x1, x2 and x3 and two inequality constraints. Now, with the help of Undaker condition, we try to maximize this objective function subject to the constraint. Let us have a break. Welcome back. Before break, with the help of Hundaker condition, we solve a nonlinear programming problem involving a single constraint. Now, we consider a nonlinear programming problem involving two inequality constraints. For the given problem, the function f of x is minus x 1 squared minus x 2 squared minus x 3 squared plus 4 x 1 plus 6 x 2, and the first constraint h 1 of x is x 1 plus x 2 minus 2, and the second constraint h 2 of x is 2 x 1 plus 3 x 2 minus 12. So, the given problem has an objective function with two constraints h 1 and h 2. Now, for this problem, the corresponding Hundaker condition, first one is f j minus summation lambda h j equal to 0. So, for our problem, we have dou f by dou x 1 minus lambda 1 into h 1 of x minus lambda 2 into h 2 of x. So, for this problem, the first Hundaker condition gives us the partial derivative of this function with respect to x 1, which is minus 2 x 1 plus 4 equal to lambda 1 into 1 plus 2 lambda 2. So, this is the first Hundaker condition. If we go for f 1 minus summation lambda h 1, then for the second variable x 2, the corresponding Hundaker condition gives f 2 minus summation lambda h 2 equal to 0. For this problem, the second condition gives us minus 2 x 2 plus 6 equal to lambda 1 into 1, then plus 3 lambda 2. So, this is the second one. And as far as third variable concerned, x 3 concerned, the corresponding Hundaker condition gives us minus 2 x 3 equal to 0. So, for the first Hundaker condition, f j minus summation lambda h j equal to 0 gives us these three equations. Now, the second Hundaker condition, lambda 1 h 1 equal to 0 gives us lambda 1 into x 1 plus x 2 minus 2 equal to 0, and lambda 2 h 2 equal to 0 gives us lambda 2 into 2 x 1 plus 3 x 2 minus 12 equal to 0. We name it as equation 4 and this is equation 5. The third Hundaker condition is h I of x less than or equal to 0. So, h 1 of x less than or equal to 0 and h 2 of x less than or equal to 0 gives us x 1 plus x 2 minus 2 less than or equal to 0. And the second Hundaker condition, h 2 of x less than or equal to 0 gives us 2 x 1 plus 3 x 2 minus 12 less than or equal to 0. We name it as equation 6 and this is 7. Of course, the final Hundaker condition is lambda I greater than 0. For this problem, we have two Lagrangian multiplier lambda 1 and lambda 2 both greater than or equal to 0. We have name it as equation 8. So, for the given problem, with the help of Hundaker condition, we will get these 8 equations. The first Hundaker condition gives us 3 equations, the second Hundaker condition gives us equation 4 and 5, and the third Hundaker condition h I of x less than or equal to 0 gives us equation 6 and 7. The Lagrangian multiplier lambda 1 lambda 2 greater than or equal to 0 gives us non-negative constraints. Now, by solving this 8 equation, we try to obtain the optimum solution for the given problem. Now, with the help of this 8 equation, we try to find the solution. I will consider the first cases. Case 1 is both lambda 1 equal to 0 and lambda 2 equal to 0. I will consider the case both the Lagrangian multiplier takes the value 0. If both lambda 1 equal to 0 and lambda 2 equal to 0, by substituting this value, equation 1 gives us minus 2 x 1 plus 4 equal to 0, and with this lambda 1 lambda 2, equation 2 gives us minus 2 x 2 plus 6 equal to 0. Now, from this equation, we will get the value of x 1 equal to 4 by 2, which is 2, and from this equation, we will get our x 2 value as 6 by 2, 3. Of course, the third equation minus 2 x 3 equal to 0 gives us x 3 value is 0. So, for the case lambda 1 equal to 0 and lambda 2 equal to 0, our x 1 value is 2, x 2 value is 3 and x 3 value equal to 0. Now, with this value of x 1 x 2, what happens to equation 6? We will just check it. X 1 equal to 2, x 2 equal to 3, 2 plus 3 5, minus 2 3, 3 less than or equal to 0 comes, which is not satisfied. So, with this value of x 1, x 2, x 3, equation 6 is not satisfied. Therefore, this cannot be a solution to the given nonlinear programming problem. We should omit this case. Now, we will consider the next case, case 2. Case 2 is both values are non-zero, both lambda 1 non-zero and lambda 2 non-zero. Both the Lagrangian multiplier takes non-zero value. Since lambda 1 non-zero and lambda 2 is not zero, from equation 4 and 5, we get the following value. Since lambda 1 is non-zero, this equation should be 0. Therefore, we have x 1 plus x 2 minus 2 equal to 0, which will be written as x 1 plus x 2 equal to 2. Since lambda 2 is non-zero, this term should be 0. We will write it as 2x1 plus 3x2 equal to 12. Now, we try to solve these two equations and try to get the value of x1, x2. Now, multiplying equation 1 by 3, will equation 1 becomes 3x1 plus 3x2 equal to 6. Now, by subtracting x2 get cancelled, we have minus x1 equal to 6, which gives us x1 equal to minus 6. With this value of x1 equal to minus 6, we will get x2 equal to 2 minus of minus 6, we have 8. So, for the case of lambda 1 non-zero and lambda 2 non-zero, we got the value of x1 as minus 6 and x2 equal to 8. In the given nonlinear programming problem, the restriction on x1 and x2 is both should be greater than or equal to 0, but we got x1 value as negative. Therefore, this solution cannot be the optimum solution to the given problem. Therefore, we have to omit this case also. Therefore, we have to omit the case lambda 1 non-zero and lambda 2 non-zero. Now, we consider case 3. Case 3 is lambda 1 equal to 0, but lambda 2 is non-zero. Case 3 is lambda 1 takes the value 0 and lambda 2 not equal to 0. Since lambda 2 is non-zero, from equation 5, we have the equation 2x1 plus 3x2 minus 12 should be 0. We will write it as 2x1 plus 3x2 minus 12 equal to 0. Now, since lambda 1 equal to 0, from the first two equation we have the equation of minus 2x1 plus 4. Since lambda 1 equal to 0, we have lambda 1 value is 0. The right hand side of equation 1 becomes 2 lambda 2. Next, since lambda 1 equal to 0, equation 2 gives us minus 2x2 plus 6 equal to 3 lambda 2. So, by assuming lambda 1 equal to 0, equation 1 and 2 gives us these two equations. Now, by solving these two equations, with the help of this equation, we will get our x1 value and x2 value and x3 value and lambda value as follows. For this, our x1 value should be 24 by 13 and x2 should be 36 by 13 and x3 value is 0. From equation 3, we have x3 equal to 0. For the case lambda 1 equal to 0 and lambda 2 is non-zero, with the help of this equation, we got our solution as x1 equal to 24 by 13, x2 equal to 36 by 13, x3 equal to 0. Now, by substituting these three values in this equation becomes 24 by 13 plus 36 by 13 minus 2 equal to 0, which becomes 60 minus 26 equal to 0. So, this equation for this value becomes 24 by 13 plus 36 by 13 minus 2 equal to 0. So, we have 60 minus 26, which is nothing but 34, 34 less than or equal to 0. So, with this value of x1, x2, x3, equation 6 gives us 34 less than or equal to 0, which is impossible. Therefore, for this value of x1, x2, x3, equation 6 is not satisfied. Therefore, this solution cannot be the optimum solution of the given problem. Now, we will consider our final case, where in which lambda 1 is non-zero and lambda 2 equal to 0. Since lambda 1 is non-zero, from equation 4 we have the equation x1 plus x2 minus 2 should be 0. Therefore, since lambda 1 non-zero, from equation 4 we have x1 plus x2 equal to 2. We name it as equation A. Now, lambda 2 equal to 0 is given. Now, by making use of equation 1 and 2, we have, by taking lambda 2 equal to 0, equation 1 gives us minus 2 x1 plus 4 equal to lambda 1, and equation 2 gives us, for the value of lambda 2 equal to 0, we have minus 2 x2 plus 6 equal to lambda 1. We name it as equation B, and this is C. Now, the right hand side of equation B and C is lambda 1. Therefore, the left hand side of B and C should be equal. So, from equation B and C, we have minus 2 x1 plus 4 equal to minus 2 x2 plus 6. From this, by taking this minus 2 x1 to this side, we rewrite this equation as 2 x1 minus 2 x2. By taking this 6 to this side, it will become minus 2. So, by simplifying this equation, we have 2 x1 minus 2 x2 equal to 4 minus 6, which is minus 2. Now, I will make use of the equation A in this equation, where equation A is x1 plus x2 equal to 2. From equation A, x1 is 2 minus x2. Therefore, in this equation 2, instead of x1, I will write 2 minus x2, minus 2 x2 equal to minus 2. Now, we try to simplify this equation. This equation can be written as 4 minus 2 x2 minus 2 x2 equal to minus 2. So, from this we have minus 4 x2 equal to, this 4 comes this sides, we have minus 6. Therefore, x2 equal to minus 6 by minus 4, which is 3 by 2. So, for the case lambda 2 equal to 0 and lambda 1 not equal to 0, with the help of equation 4 and equation 1 and 2, we will get the solution of x2 as 3 by 2. Now, by taking x2 equal to 3 by 2 in this equation, we will get x1 equal to 1 by 2. Of course, from equation 3 we have x3 equal to 0. Therefore, x1 equal to 1 by 2, x2 equal to 3 by 2 and x3 equal to 0. Now, with this value of x1, x2, all the equation from 1 to 8 satisfied. If you substitute this value of x1, x2 equation, both the equation 6 and 7 satisfied. Therefore, this solution satisfies all the condition of Hundaker conditions. Therefore, the optimum solution to this problem is x1 equal to 1 by 2, x2 equal to 3 by 2, x3 equal to 0 with maximum z equal to 17 by 2. Let me recap. Hundaker condition for a nonlinear programming problem involving single constraint is fj minus lambda hj equal to 0, lambda h equal to 0, h less than or equal to 0, lambda greater than or equal to 0. Then Hundaker condition for nonlinear programming problem involving more than one constraint is fj minus summation I equal to 1 to m, lambda I h I equal to 0, lambda I h power I equal to 0, h power I less than or equal to 0, lambda I greater than or equal to 0. Let us have a question. Use Hundaker condition to solve the following nonlinear programming problem. Minimize f of x equal to x1 plus 1 the whole square plus x2 minus 2 the whole square subject to the constraints x1 less than or equal to 2, x2 less than or equal to 1. Thank you.